The Teen Titans was a cartoon from Cartoon Network that aired, I don't know, 2003, about a group of superpowered teenagers based on the DC Comics. It was a mix of action, comedy, and sometimes serious stuff that really made a hit with its audience, making it a classic now. While the future of the original Teen Titans is unsure, with the possibility of a sixth season or a crossover with the new show, Teen Titans Go, there was a comic line based on the original Teen Titans show that expanded on the show, and this comic was called Teen Titans Go. While confusingly enough, the new show also has a comic line called Teen Titans Go. I personally would have called the new show Teeny Titans. So they're the small versions, but hey, what do I know? Anywho, in this video, I'm going to summarize every issue of Teen Titans Go, the original, and give it a score of how much I'd recommend buying the issue. 5 out of 5 being highly recommended, 3 out of 5 being okay, and 1 out of 5 being I would not recommend it. Every issue can basically be read on its own. You wouldn't have to see too much of the show to understand what's going on. And there's like 1 or 2 continuous plot lines. I was thinking to myself, a lot of people like the Teen Titans cartoon show, and they probably didn't even know that there was a comic line based on the show. And I find that people like to hop on comics based on of movies or TV shows they just seen. And since so many people like the original Teen Titans, this could be a good jumping in point for them. So there's 55 issues of this, so I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as possible. I'll put the issue number, the name of the book, and its rating somewhere on the screen. I won't say it for brevity. So let's get started. To start off our series, Gizmo creates a video game to monitor how the Teen Titans fight in order to get the upper hand. After the Hive is defeated, it turns out this was all a simulation that the Hive was in, showing of how big of losers they are. This is what I'll consider a basic issue. Not bad, but it's fine. Beast Boys have been pranking and scaring the other Titans. Meanwhile, the Gordians, these guys, have come to Earth to find a dodo. But when they can't find one, they go after Starfire. The other Titans don't believe Beast Boy at first, but eventually beat the intruders together and scold Beast Boy. After stopping Cinderblock rob a bank, Cyborg is upset because civilians remind him that he is an abomination of nature. Cyborg later meets Sarah, a nice girl who volunteers with handicapped children and takes interest in her. Cinderblock then attacks the handicapped children, then defeated. At the end, Cyborg learns to lighten up a little. This is the first appearance of Sarah, who was in the old school Teen Titans comic, who is Cyborg's girlfriend, and she will show up more in the series. First things first, gotta appreciate this cover showing Beast Boy dual-wielding 2 Uzis. Anyways, after fighting the Pumpkin King, Starfire is curious about Valentine's Day. Gotta appreciate this Hi I'm Goth button, ya poser. With Starfire interested in the holiday, Cyborg makes Robin take her out on a Valentine's date. Then Puppet King brainwashes Cyborg and Beast Boy to attack Starfire and Robin. Raven then kills Puppet King for ruining her date. Thus, the day is saved. Raven has a zit. But it's no normal zit. It's Trigon. The Teen Titans naturally want to kill it, but Raven tells them if they don't mess with it, it'll go away. So they invoke the Dark Arts, and Trigon is sent back to Hell, where he belongs. This issue, I have to add, is pretty self-aware. Thunder and Lightning are having a fight in Jump City, destroying everything in their path. Eventually, the Teen Titans join the fight, and Raven is forced to invoke her dark powers on everyone so they calm down. Blackfire has convinced Starfire that she is good. Again. And now Blackfire is challenging Starfire to a contest to see who is better. Though it turns out Blackfire has been cheating, while she has been attacking the other Teen Titans. Starfire then tells Blackfire she knows she hasn't changed, and seeing that she was outnumbered, Blackfire bails. Mad Mod, disguised as a fashion designer, has Beast Boy and Starfire model for his clothes that become a hit all over Jump City. Then, using his mind control technology, he controls the minds of everyone in Jump City. Robin, Cyborg, and Raven then have to use sonic vibrations to disintegrate the molecules of the clothes off of everyone in the city. Cyborg goes to Fix-It for help because Gizmo has been on a rampage throughout town. After some more failures, the Titans create a mech to stop him. Their battle, however, was so destructive the Teen Titans didn't feel like they won that one. A sea monster is scaring people at the docks. Meanwhile, people are curious if Aqualad has a girlfriend. It turns out the sea monster is not Aqualad, but a friend of his that he's been tracking down called Gill Girl, who was just looking for her boyfriend, which happened to be a turtle named Nero. Poor Aqualad. She picked a turtle over him. Ouch. From an issue where Terra was a member of the Teen Titans, Slade has kidnapped her and put a bomb in a stadium. This is no mere terrorist attack, though. Slade is using the opportunity to study the Titans while Terra acts as a double agent. At the end, Slade isn't very subtle that he has a mole within the Teen Titans. Mumbo Jumbo is causing chaos by making Beast Boy and the Titans Tower disappear. This issue is pretty creative because Beast Boy disappeared in between the panels of the actual comic. The Titans Tower becomes a connect the dots puzzle, and Robin's voice becomes reversed. The Titans get the drop on Mumbo, Oh yeah, Tara's still on the team, by the way, in this issue. And save the day. A man named Mr. Wolf comes to the Teen Titans saying that he needs to be locked up and monitored for his and others' safety. Beast Boy watches him while the others are out, and Mr. Wolf transforms into a werewolf and runs around town. Mr. Wolf is eventually contained, and he claims he'll see them next month. This issue also includes an issue of Captain Marvel. Shazam. Speedy teams up with the Teen Titans to take down Plasmus. The problem is, though, the more they tack, the more of Plasmus they make. Robin and Speedy get the idea to join all the bits and freeze up Plasmus. Man, that one was over too soon. A new villain named Quiz Kid, with a K, 2 Ks I guess, wants to be Robin's arch nemesis. Quiz Kid threatens Killer Moth's daughter, Kitty, if Robin doesn't accept his challenges. However, Kitty was using Quiz Kid to get Robin to chase her all day. However, again, Killer Moth came looking for Kitty too. However, again, Quiz Kid never trusted Kitty, and is the one who called Killer Moth to fight the Teen Titans. Quiz Kid vows he'll meet Robin again, revealing he was just a hologram. At the end, Killer Moth takes Kitty home and the Teen Titans leave. I like Quiz Kid. He shows up again, but he's basically a kid Riddler. Starfire is shopping at the mall when she encounters a small boy crying. But this is no ordinary boy, because he can transform into Wildebeest. Oh god, they never explained Wildebeest in the show, did they? Oh, then this is really confusing. The boy transforms again into the final form Wildebeest that you might recognize from the show, to stop a trio of villains named Rock, Paper, and Scissors from attacking. The Teen Titans come in for the assist, and Starfire makes a new friend in the end. Honorary Teen Titan Hotspot has a problem with his temper. The Titans try and show Hotspot different ways to calm down. When all those fail, Cyborg decides to invent a chill suit that will drop ice cubes on Hotspot if he gets mad, not realizing this would make him useless in battle. Beast Boy then figures out that Hotspot calms down when he sees cute animals. Oh, and Adonis and the episode he appears in is mentioned to establish that yes, he can still turn into a beast, only to be beaten the next panel. The Teen Titans find that chibi versions of themselves, also known as the Super Ds, or the Tween Titans, dang, that's better than the Teen Titans, are in the original Teen Titans dimension fighting crime. So you might have noticed that some of the panels I've shown have smaller versions of the Titans in between the panels. These little versions are used to make knock-knock jokes, show gags, and give riddles, that sort of thing, because, you know, these are still kids' books. Anyways, back to the issue. The Titans hang out with their smaller selves while figuring out what to do next, when Small Robin decides to contact Larry. And it turns out it was Larry who was responsible for the tweens being there, because Larry sneezed. Then it turns out Larry also transported all the Tweens villains with him. Eventually Larry sends the Tweens away and turns the Titans back to the way they were before. Then back to normal. Also, I can't believe they killed Raven in this issue, jeez. Johnny Rancid hires a new agent. Meanwhile, the Teen Titans are dealing with an outbreak of zombies. The Titans recognize the attacks correlate with Johnny's performances and find that his singing summons the dead, which Johnny's agent gave him the ability to do. By the way, Johnny's agent isn't anybody from the show or cartoon from what I could tell. He's just this shadow guy. Anyways, the agent says he'll grant any wish Raven wants, and she wishes him away. The day is saved. Atlas wants to challenge the boys of the Teen Titans, but summons the girls instead, and traps them in a video game dimension. Both Teen Titans East and West team up to try to get Raven and Starfire out of the video game. Gizmo decides to get involved, and Jinx gets sent to the video game, with Bumblebee getting sent in next. Atlas, being done with this nonsense, sends the girls back into reality. Teen Titans East and West have to team up to stop a giant monster attack. Dr. Chain apparently shot Beast Boy with a giant atomic ray and turned him into the monster that they're fighting. Cyborg's plan is to form the Titans mech to fight Beast Boy while Robin and Speedy go after Chain. The Titans reverse the ray's action and return Beast Boy to normal. Also, this is the Teen Titans version of Lois Lane apparently. So this is the first Titans book that has 2 stories in one issue, but I'm still going to rate the whole thing as one whole issue. First, the Teen Titans have been reading a book that Raven let them read, and they won't let Beast Boy read it because he gets scared easy. Beast Boy takes a book from Raven's room and reads it, but it turns out it was a spell book and he summoned a monster. Robin visits his master and she has a new lesson for Robin, but it was a trap set up by Slade. However, it's not even Slade, it's Starfire, and Robin was never visiting his master. He was at the Titans Tower and was daydreaming while Starfire was telling him a story. The Titans are on patrol for Red X and encounter multiple Red X's. Red X eyes? Anyways. Robin catches one of the Red X's, and it's a robot. The Titans figure out that Red X was stealing a lot of geeky memorabilia, so they go to Comic-Con. This panel is really funny to me, and this one too. It turns out Control Freak is the one who made the Red X robots and used them to steal stuff for his collection. The Teen Titans are fighting Kataru, who is using a magic gem that contains the power of other fighters. The gem breaks and the Titans switch powers. The Teen Titans use this time to learn about their teammates while trying to figure out how to get back to normal. The Titans beat Kataru again and turn back to normal, or they will eventually. Billy Numerous is on a stealing spree on Christmas. To contain Billy, Robin tricks Billy by offering him a rare game console to turn back into one Billy. It then turns into a Gift of Magi story where the Titans have a secret Santa exchange, and it ends with Starfire giving Robin a smooch. While in Tinseltown, some director asked Beast Boy to be in a movie, but the studio is only using Beast Boy to transform into animals, so they don't need to get any animals for the actual movie. Beast Boy then returns to Teen Titans, abandoning his acting gig. Later, it turns out the movie Beast Boy was in went straight to DVD. Not only that, but the studio used effects to make Beast Boy not green and actual animal colors. After fighting Overlord, Cyborg is acting strange. But who cares, it's Valentine's Day. After everyone abandons Starfire, she decides to help Cyborg set up a date with Sarah. Then Jinx shows up because she had plans for Cyborg on Valentine's Day. Cyborg gets wet and Overlord leave. But Sarah and Jinx are angry with Cyborg's actions, or lack thereof, and Starfire leaves Cyborg because he never mentioned his relationship with Jinx to the team. The Teen Titans and the Doom Patrol are setting up a surprise birthday party for Beast Boy. The issue is mainly the Doom Patrol telling the Titans stories about Beast Boy on the Doom Patrol team, and the things Beast Boy did when he was a kid. But when Beast Boy comes home, the party is cut short due to a prison break. Beast Boy, Bumblebee, Cyborg, and Starfire are on a game show. The game show is about the Titans eating countless pies while doing challenges. Bumblebee is trying to keep the peace while the other Titans become crazy over this pie. Raven and Robin show up, and it turns out Mother May I just wanted to sell a game show to the network, but couldn't help it involve pie. Another double feature. The first story is about Aqualad and Speedy, who are fighting against Trident and a mind-controlled giant squid. After Trident is beaten, the squid apologizes and even gives Speedy his arrows back. Dr. Light wants Cyborg's power cell and ambushes Cyborg and Beast Boy. Cyborg goes along with Dr. Light's demand, but Cyborg tricks him, giving him the power he wanted. Robin is acting weird. Anyways, Nightwing comes from the altered future from the episode How Long Is Tomorrow to tell the Titans that the Warp baby that was at the end of that episode grew up to be a Teen Titan, but Warp was still evil, so when he becomes adult, he goes back in time to when Robin's parents die to raise him as his protege instead of Batman. So Robin of the present is evil. Maybe that's why he was acting weird. Who knows? Warp is stopped and Robin dies. But don't worry, because time will fix this somehow. Side note, I hate time travel stories where they don't try to explain how nothing changed. But we all know why this issue was made, to show off Nightwing again. It's a shame because this issue is associated with a great episode and is nowhere near on that episode's level. By the way, I think that's as critical as I'm going to be in this video. Adonis. He's called another name by this, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Adonis. And General Immortus team up at an underground coliseum where villains kidnap and fight heroes. Private Hive is the contender and has fought Panther, Gnark, Colt, and Beast Boy. The Titans who've been looking for their missing comrades crash the Coliseum, but General Immortus and Private Hive escape. This starts the Private Hive saga. With a captive audience, it's a good old-fashioned game of baseball. It's Teen Titans East and West versus their most deadly enemies, like a generic robot, a construction worker, and a pirate. I know this is based on the Strange Sports Tales book, but the villains in that book had Lex Luthor and Joker on their team. The villains cheat and use their powers, but the Empire doesn't call it for some reason. Since cheating is wrong, the Teen Titans don't use their powers to cheat, but to stop the villains from cheating. Starfire gets a grand slam, and not only do the Teen Titans win the ball game, but they save the day and their audience. However, this ball game turns out it was all a setup by the Brain and Monsieur Mala, just for shits and giggles. Beautiful. In another homage to another classic comic, Kid Flash races Más Menos around the world for charity. Kid Flash is clearly faster than the twins, but he stops a lot to eat, talk to other Titans, fight crime, and sign autographs. This allows Más Menos to catch up to Kid Flash every time. Nearing the finish line, Jinx stops Kid Flash to scold him for talking to other girls during the race, giving Más Menos enough time to win. Next in the Private Hive saga, yes, I was being serious, General Immortus and Private Hive use Slade's old robot to distract the Teen Titans. This so Hive could break into the Titans Tower. After being caught, General Immortus leaves Hive to get to the Teen Titans mech. Hive saves the day, and Robin suggests that Hive should stop following orders and start a new path. The Gordarians, under the Order of Blackfire, are kidnapping Titans around the world. With Teen Titans numbers dwindling, who will save the day but Wonder Girl? With the help of the original Teen Titans, Wonder Girl pulls a Trojan horse and beats Blackfire to free her comrades. In a rhyming issue of Teen Titans, it doesn't rhyme all the time, but at least they tried, Mumbo Jumbo is making it snow in Jump City to make it easier to rob banks. However, his magic hat flies off and lands on Silky, who was out with Starfire, granting him the ability to talk. After a conversation, Mumbo attacks with a snow monster. Silky calls the other Titans, and the Titans defeat Mumbo and destroy his hat. Mad Mod is back, and he wants to make the Teen Titans famous. The Teen Titans resist and avoid the waves of fans, but Mad Mod keeps pulling them back. Mad Mod eventually turns the Teen Titans into a rock band, and to escape Mad Mod's illusion, the Teen Titans rock so hard it blows out all of his devices. After watching Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, Larry is happy that Robin and Starfire are a couple now, and wants everyone to be happy like that. Larry decides he wants to play Cupid and pair off more of the Teen Titans, going as far as stealing Eros' bow, arrows, and wings. You know, Eros is the Greek Cupid, but who cares? There's some of the pairings Larry decided on, by the way. I like this one in particular. Wonder Girl stops Larry, and the Titans go back to normal. Double feature time. First, I have to reference the Simpsons in each video I make. Good thing there's a Simpsons reference right there. In our first story, it's a homage to the Batman the Animated Series episode Almost Got 'Em, where the Hive Five are recounting stories of when they invaded Capture from the Teen Titans, only for the Titans to stop them in the end. In the second story, Dr. Shane has captured Lightning to sell him off as a genie. Oh, a Johnny Thunder reference, I getcha. Thunder then gets the Teen Titans to save his brother. After Dr. Shane escapes, the Teen Titans tell on him to his buyer and win. A bunch of new femme fatales are appearing around the world, claiming to be the daughters of other villains. After learning that this probably isn't the case, Robin figures out who's behind this. It turns out it was Kitty who was doing this to try to get her father's attention. I especially like this issue because I don't like Duel of the Dead. I feel like they're shitting on her a little bit. Robin, Raven, Starfire, and Jericho go to see a movie, and then Raven dies. No, Beast Boy broke the mirror in Raven's room while watching Melvin, Timmy, and Teether, and Raven's emotional Ravens are set loose. The Titans wrangle the Ravens, and Jericho, using his power, fuses the Ravens back together. Dr. Light and Simon team up and recruit villains to form a new team. All of these candidates beat each other unconscious, so they pick Gizmo, Mammoth, and Jinx. And now the new Fearsome Five is born. But Jinx betrays the Fearsome Five and the Teen Titans win. Raven is acting weird, meaning she's happy. While White Raven is visiting her mother, Red Raven, who the Teen Titans forgot to wrangle up a few issues ago, is causing trouble. Raven accepts that Red Raven is her burden and absorbs her. The end. Another twofer, these two, however, are in the same setting with Beast Boy and Cyborg on a camping trip with Sarah and the children. Our first story has Beast Boy telling his origins to the children, even if he exaggerates on some details, while Cyborg's story is him only telling his origin to Sarah, ending the issue with those two getting back together. Starfire's long-lost little brother, Wildfire, is coming to visit Earth after resurfing. There's something off about him, though. Maybe it's how he attacks the other Teen Titans, I don't know. It turns out this was not Wildfire, but Madame Rogue in disguise. After she escapes, Starfire goes to see Blackfire, who must have been the one to feed Madame Rogue the information about their little brother, ending the issue with Starfire finally denouncing her sister. This issue is kinda sad. Prepare for trouble and make it double. It's another dual issue. In our first story, it is the anniversary of the day the Flying Graysons died, and the other Teen Titans are supporting Robin and helping him through the day. And the mystery narrator that you are led to believe is the other Teen Titans is none other than Batman, reflecting that Robin doesn't need him anymore because he has the Teen Titans. In a drastic shift of tone, our other story starts with Starfire having a good morning, while Raven does not have a good morning. Raven can't seem to meditate right today, so she decides to get some fresh air in her soul form, but she spends too much time in her soul form that day that she needs to rush back to her body before she disintegrates. Meanwhile, Starfire thinks Raven has just been sleeping all day. Kilowatt is a Teen Titan from another reality. Raven pulled him into her reality when Kilowatt was in trouble, and then sent Kilowatt home, or so they thought. Kilowatt was sent to another reality where the evil Teen Tyrants fight the Brotherhood of Justice. After the Teen Titans escape with Kilowatt, Raven summons Harold, so they send Kilowatt to his real home this time. On a stormy night, a mysterious one-eyed ninja named Ravager is taking everything that belonged to Slade. Ravager claims to be the daughter of Slade and is taking what is rightfully hers. Robin decides to fight Ravager by himself for some reason, and after they break each other's staffs, they talk it out. And Ravager, or Rose Wilson, decides to be friends with the Teen Titans. Also, I'm pretty sure this painting is supposed to be Slade without his mask. In the next arc of the Private Hive story, Robin has the chickenpox, while an army trained by the new Sergeant Hive is causing ruckus all over the world. While Robin is coordinating the Titans, Hive attacks Robin and Hive is defeated. Robin then gathers the Titans to discuss the future and expansion of the Teen Titans. Basically the Teen Titans version of Justice League Unlimited. That would have been cool. Oh well. Also, Speedy is now on the Justice League. A rock monster comes charging at the Titans Tower. Cyborg blasts it, and it turns out it's Geoforce, the brother of Terra. Geoforce tells the Teen Titans of Terra's past, and the Titans tell Geoforce what happened to Terra. Beast Boy takes Geoforce to see Terra, and he decides to leave her be, because she is happier. There's a rise of new heroes, while existing Teen Titans are having their powers temporarily vanish. Turns out a kid named Robbie was using a magical medallion that lent him the powers of other heroes. Robin then offers Robbie a chance to be on the Teen Titans for his good deeds. This is our last twofer as we're nearing the end. Our first story is about how Beast Boy and Memento switched bodies after an incident involving Memento's helmet and electricity. After bickering on the battlefield, the monster zaps them again and they go back to their original bodies. It turns out this was a story that Elastigirl was telling Starfire and Raven. A pair of new villains named Kid Cold and his sister Ice Skate, I see what you're doing, you can't get that past me, are robbing a store in Keystone City. Then Kid Flash and Jinx confront them. Apparently Kid Cold and Jinx have a history, but this doesn't matter because Kid Cold and Ice Skate are defeated. A girl named Cassie Sanmark steals artifacts to become the new Wonder Girl. Meanwhile, Wonder Girl is holding tournament games on Paradise Island, inviting the female Teen Titans to participate. Meanwhile, again, Trident plans to invade Paradise Island. Cassie teams up with the Amazons and the Teen Titans to repel Trident, and is offered an audition to be on the Teen Titans. In our final issue, Robin is abandoned by the team, Cyborg has become all machine, Starfire is betrayed and enslaved again, the Doom Patrol disowns Beast Boy, and Raven is turning into Trigon. None of this is real, of course, it's the final issue. That would be pretty dark. It is all an illusion from the villain Phobia. Silky then hits an alarm and the Teen Titans regain their conscience and beat Phobia. And that's it. Overall, I think these books are pretty good for what they are. You know, they're intended for children, you know, with their knock-knock jokes and their riddles and stuff like that. But if you're a fan of the show, I think you'll find enjoyment out of it. I like that towards the end of the run, the creators took an opportunity to build on characters that never got the spotlight in the show and pay homage to the history of Teen Titans and other noteworthy DC Comics shows, movies, everything. If I had to pick my top 3 in no particular order, it'd be Legacy. I really like the art in this one with Rose Wilson. It's just constantly rating, so the art's edgy, I guess, but it looks really cool. The Great Race. It's cool because Kid Flash manages to go to every and talk to non-American Titans like Argent and Bushido. Also, I don't think there's another issue that focuses on Masay Manos soon. Those guys are pretty cool. And I guess the last of my top 3 would be Surprises. It's just nice, like, just hearing these stories being told because, like, they reference classic Doom Patrol stuff like, let me see if I get this right, Plant, Mineral, Animal Man. That's not right. The freak of nature they fight. And if you are a fan of Beast Boy, you'll probably like it a lot. While my least 3 would be, I think there's only 2 I'd rank 1 out of 5 because I just did not like them. Who Wants Pie? It was just annoying. The game didn't make sense. I feel like a rewrite, like if it would be a decent 3 out of 5. I don't know why I don't like it so much. Nighttime, that would probably be my least favorite one. I dislike time travel stories, just refuse to answer stuff. I get it that the creators just wanted a story to focus on Nightwing again, and the only way to do that would be to involve time travel, but they make it more complex than it needed to be. So Warp could have grown up evil, okay, but he didn't need to go back in time to make Robin evil by being the one that adopts him instead of Batman. It's just weird. I just don't like it. And Call the Wild is just boring because it's mostly Beast Boy on set arguing with the director, or director schmoozing it up. There's decent jokes and the art's good, but you know, it just wasn't my thing. Later in the run, it seemed like the Teen Titans were planning to create an organization similar to the Justice League in Justice League Unlimited, where when Hawkgirl leaves, they decide, Let's just let everybody on the team. If there ever was a season 6, I think that would be the best thing to focus on. And with the surge of new heroes, there's so many that DC has created since the Teen Titans show that the roster would probably be double the size as it was in the end of this run. You know, you have John Kent, Superboy, Damian Wayne, you got Blue Beetle, there's just so many now. If you're interested in any of these books, a digital copy is only $1 per issue, and I've seen physical issues at local comic shops. The run decided to end because the cartoon was over while the comic line was still going, and it makes sense not to continue a comic run of a show when the show is canceled. But I'd honestly like to see a continuation of it. I want to see how the Teen Titans Unlimited thing would have gone. This was a fun video to do. I might do something with a similar format, maybe on a television show next. Anyway, this video has gone long enough. I'm your buddy Brady, and have a good day.